speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He is going to find Hill here. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
You get a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Jameis to throw it. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
The trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was cracked out.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is
the Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Check Mike's 54. Hustle. You don't know no better. Mike's 54. Mike
3rd and long for Winston. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. Underneath for Johnson. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Come on, fellas.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. March 54.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can make
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
But it's complete. Henry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
18 games.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Smith. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. We're here the underdog.
Get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Winston. Wide open receiver, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Heavy on the edges.
Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. But the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
On 3rd down, Smith. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Smith to throw on 3rd down. Complete. It's Johnson. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 41 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Now Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. To try again after the sack. Winston, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I tell you, I think by definition you won't get any closer to equaling the record than that.
Not at all. 64 yards, end over end. And I think he's going to come up about a half a revolution short. And that could really have bounced either way.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
It's Hill, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again is Smith. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Break. 54, right there. 54 Mike. You better bring it. You better get it.
To the air again, Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Hunter Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On second down, Winston again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Johnson's got it complete. And some room to maneuver. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
43 is the mic. Here we go. Kill. Snap.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, not get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Winston now to throw on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. It's a second down run with Sanders. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Check, check, watch 54.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down now, it's Johnson pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Winston now just 5 of 16 throwing the ball, but he's got a 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? this definitely qualifies.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is taken at the 3. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. He's going to loft one deep left side, and this will be caught at the 30. A big play here for the Cowboys. 49 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
Throwing on second and 14. Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Smith. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the pass.
To throw once more on second and 10. Winston, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. Now Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Now Winston on fourth down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On 1st and 10, Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they